Hello, everyone. This is old Doc Hatfield, Preacher Man Piper, coming to you. Telling you about the time that I had been out of the service for just a few months. And by the way, this is a 7Ellie Roma 311. I love this little pipe. It smokes great. And I'm smoking an old staple called Velvet. I love Velvet. But I want to tell you about the time that I met this girl, and when I went over to meet her dad, he asked me if I'd like to go fishing with him. I said, sure. He said, well, I'll go early. I said, well, that's all right. I'll get up early. He said, well, how about you be over here at 5 o'clock in the morning? I said, okie dokie, I'll be over here at 5 o'clock in the morning. So I got over there, and I told him, I said, now I don't have any fishing equipment. I said, I've been in the service and hadn't got any fishing equipment. I said, I need to get some. Don't you worry about it. I said, I got all the equipment in the world. I said, okie dokie. Well, we get out there, and I'm standing down by the lake and looking out across the lake, and I never even heard this guy coming with a boat, and he kept backing up, and all of a sudden I'm looking out across the lake like this, and I'm hit, and I just fly right out into the water. And I thought, what in the world is going on here? Great day in the morning. I turned around, finally got my bearings and swam back in and got out. He got out. He said, I'm sorry. I didn't see you there. I wasn't looking right. He said, that's all my fault. I said, well, it's mine too. I said, I didn't hear you. Well, excuse me. He said, well, the thing is, I didn't have my truck running. He said, I was just rolling her down there, just as easy as could be. And he said, I didn't think I needed to have it running. But he said, I won't ever come back down here again without it at least running. And I said, oh, that's all right. And so anyway, me and this girl's daddy and brother, we went out and we fished all till about noontime, and then we all caught us a bunch of fish, and we went back in, and I had gotten a job working at Levi Strauss, and my job was, I was called a cloth doffer. And what you did was, you had this giant roll of denim on a roll that was 4 foot long, and it was my job to take this denim and lay the denim out on this table. Well, this table was about 150 foot long. And so you'd walk down through there, and you'd make sure that the denim was level. You know, you couldn't have it just staggered. You had to have it level. And so you had to always be pulling it and making sure it was in the right place. And this was a few weeks later after the fishing trip, and I was walking down through there, and all of a sudden I collapsed. And somebody run up to me and said, "You all right?" I said, "I can't get up. I can't get up." I said, "Something's wrong. I can't get up." And he said, "Well, hang on. We'll get you some help." Well, I ended up at the doctor's office, and come to find out, I had contracted something called phlebitis. And it had to do with the muscles of your legs. And so I said, "Well, where did I catch that at?" I said, "Surely I didn't catch that in Germany." And he said, "No." Said, "You've been hit somewhere or another." Said, "Can you remember being hit?" And I said, "Well, I don't normally let anybody get close enough to hit me." And I said, "Oh, wait a minute." I said, "Yeah." I said, "I was hit with a boat trailer. Knocked right out into the water." I said, "I had to swim back in because it knocked me so far out in the water." And he said, "Then that's probably where you got this." And I said, "Well, for crying out loud," I said, what am I going to do?" And he said, "Well, we're going to help you," but he said, "You're not going to be able to work now for about the next 6 weeks. You have to keep this leg up at all times." So here I am, at home with my leg up higher than you know, at an elevation, and running me right out of my tree. I didn't know what I was going to do. And so after about a month, I was able to get up on it. Until then, I couldn't get up on it. And so I ended up about 6 weeks later, I was back on the job. And everything went fine after that. He said I would always have it. Said there's no cure for it. Said you'll always have it. Said what that does, said that forms a blood clot around your muscles. And that's what causes all the pain. And he said that, and when it happens again, he said, I was going to say if, but he said it will happen. He said, when you get that pain like that, you need to get off your feet for at least a week. Well, I went along there for about 6 months, 7 months. And one morning I woke up, and boy, my leg was just killing me. And I told my mother, I was still living at home after coming back from the service. I said, "Man, there's something wrong here." I said, my leg's killing me. She said, "It's that phlebitis. It's that phlebitis." So I've learned to live with that over the years. I've had to put up with it. From time to time, maybe once a year, it'll flare up and kind of mess up. It's one of the many things that's happened to me over the years that I've just learned to live with. I mean, that's all you can do. You just have to learn to live with it. So I went out and went hunting one day with a fella and come back in, and about 3 days later, my legs swelled up like you wouldn't believe, and my feet swelled up like you couldn't believe, and I had what was called sumac poisoning. And called the doctor. He said, "Come on in, I'll help you." So I went in, and he said, "Now this will get rid of that in about 3 days' time." He said, it's really good stuff. He said, the only thing is now, he said, let's see, have you had phlebitis? He said, you probably don't even know what that is. I said, yeah, I got phlebitis. Oh, I can't use this. He said, this will agitate that phlebitis real bad. He said, I can give you some stuff, but it's going to take you a week or two to get rid of this stuff. And so I found out I can't get around poison ivy, poison oak, poison sumac, all that kind of stuff. And I really don't want to get around it. And so I've stayed away from all that kind of thing. And I just thought you might like to hear that little ditty of a story. And let you people know that I'm still here, I'm still alive. And I wish I say I'm still kicking, but I can't kick anymore. But anyway, I hope that everybody's doing fine. I hope that not too many of you have got this COVID thing, or if you do, that you're getting over it real good. And I just I pray for everybody on here that you're staying safe and staying healthy, and everything's going good. And I'll try to be back on here sooner next time and bring you another story. And in the meantime, I pray that all of y'all enjoy your pipes, enjoy the smoking of your pipes. Somebody said probably within 10 years we won't be able to buy tobacco. Well, I can't do too much storing up because I ain't got much money, but I'm going to try to store up a little bit because I have to have this tobacco to keep from having ulcers in my mouth. But anyway, y'all take care, and may the good Lord watch over you and supply your every need, take care of every circumstance in your life. And until I see you again, bye-bye.